my mum and not Matt's mum. Sorry, are we recording?
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another spontaneous episode of the Tropical Rum Society. Again, I'm your host Matt, and I'm back here with Dom and Max. And for anyone who hasn't seen, or if they don't remember, Dom is our intermediate rum expert. Not really an expert, actually.
Yes, yeah.
If it's
Amateur,
intermediate,
if you will.
Yeah. And Max is a guy who's just sitting here. He doesn't even really like rum.
We actually found him on the street.
I know sweet fuck all about rum.
Yeah. So today we're going to be taking a look at this Kraken Black Spiced Rum, but it's a limited edition called Unknown Deep. So this is the 2021 limited edition Kraken, and Dom was generous enough to bring it along in addition to the Bacardi Spiced, which he also brought.
Go like that video.
And we're gonna give you a bit of a review on this.
The Kraken, at least in Australia, is a staple for black spiced rum. Normally, if you go literally anywhere, you will be hard pressed to find a black spiced rum that hasn't got a Kraken label on it or isn't influenced in some way by the Kraken. Of course, this isn't the original Kraken. The original Kraken is it's abundant in bottle shops and in bars around, and it has become a very staple for a strong spiced rum. If you're having it by itself, it's normally quite harsh, but I guess we're about to find out with this one today.
Mm-hmm.
What makes it black?
More spices, I guess. I have no
More
clue.
spices. Alright.
I don't actually know why it's
Yeah.
black.
I
That
can
is-
only assume it's more spices because it's generally speaking much stronger than just a regular spiced rum.
Strong in spice taste, not in alcohol. Rum.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. I'm sure you'll get a jump cut to all the information from.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
or
different
just in
they-
like a fact bar below.
Having the Kraken as this the icon for the drink, what's become black spice rum in general, having the Kraken as its logo, I think really ties in well.
Mm-hmm.
And of course,
Yeah.
the bottle is synonymous with it, and it is so iconic, at least from where we are.
Yeah.
It's-
Actually, let's
yeah.
take a minute and talk about this bottle, because have you seen it yet?
I haven't had a really good look at it, but from the looks of things, there's like tentacles wrapping around the top here, which is
Yeah.
kind of sick, man.
I really love that the bottle's, just like taken the Kraken tentacles and the whole design of it, but then put it into the bottle. It's not just like on it, it's 3D, like fully part of the bottle.
Yeah, well, normally the Kraken bottles, the regular Kraken bottles don't have the actual tentacles, for example, on the neck, but the tentacles actually are an imprint on the front and the back here as well.
And the handles
on
as
the
well,
shoulders
like
as well.
are
The
part of
handles
it.
are a part of it as well.
I love
Normally
that.
the handles are just small rings that they've attached to it, but here we are, and they're physically the tentacles, which is really cool.
Looks fantastic.
Yeah, mad.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give it?
Marketing,
of aesthetics?
yeah, advertising.
Aesthetics.
Gee whiz. I would give it a solid 8.
So, considering this is not actually a rum that I own, I'm going to let Dom do the honours of opening it up, and he's going to actually pour it for all three of us.
Really?
That's good
Yeah.
of you, mate.
While Dom's getting the bottle open, just a quick backstory on him. He is a bartender, so he should be able to pour it better than I can.
You're setting me high hopes here now.
This is his profession.
Yeah.
It's funny, I get
What he
paid.
does.
Tell you what, there's no tip at the
me
moment.
getting paid to do this. How slow it's taking me right now. Ooh, it says the Kraken on the top. Ooh, it's corked.
Corked.
Oh,
It's a nice start.
I love court.
Mm.
Yeah,
What yours?
court.
Do you want a generous amount? Or you want
I mean, give me as much as you want to pour
the way that they normally pour it this way? Loop your fingers into the little handle there.
for some extra stability. Have a look at that, Max. Does that look black?
It's really
Very,
dark
very
compared to Bacardi Spice.
Yeah. That's compared to a lot of rums. That's pretty dark.
Yeah, man.
Holding it up to some light, it's very, very dense looking.
Yeah.
Like the light does not penetrate through the middle of it very well, but if you kind of look right towards the top, you can see it's got really nice red kind of tone
Yeah.
as the light passes through.
Almost like a really deep sea.
Like an unknown deep.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah.
It's weird, the light is actually refracting through it more than it is, like shining through it, if that makes sense. The Bacardi Spice that we had earlier, you could see the light go through all the parts of the glass, whereas in this case it's literally just the light source.
Yeah.
And then the outside parts of the room really don't go through it.
I've also just given it a bit of a swirl, and you can see that it's kind of sticking to the outside of the glass.
Yeah.
So it's really kind of viscous. It's very
Viscous.
thick.
I love that.
Yeah, so I feel like this one's going to be one that really kind of coats the inside of your mouth when we get
It's
to
more
that.
syrupy.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm
too.
excited. I am.
To say the least, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
That's probably enough looking at it. Let's get our noses into these glasses and see what it smells like. This reminds me of something.
Yeah, I'm doing the exact same thing as you.
Max is just like, doesn't remind me of anything.
it smells
It
like
rum.
alcohol spicy alcohol. I swear, whenever they say smell, oh, this smells like blank, and I'm smelling it, I can smell it.
Yeah.
It's weird.
The closest thing that my mind can think of right now is like pixie sticks, which might not make sense to you guys because I don't think you've ever had them.
Is it like strawberries and cream?
Oh, it could be.
Like the juice?
Yeah. That could be it.
Is it that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't.
But
help you
definitely,
there, boys.
definitely smells like
It-
some sort of childhood.
I think it's no, or like milk bottles.
milk bottle.
I reckon it's that. That's the closest thing I can think of that really relates to it. But yeah, it is. It does have that candy kind of smell to it. It does have that.
Yeah. So it's definitely a sweet
Maybe it's gonna
vibe.
be,
It's
maybe it's going to
definitely-
be more creamy than. Well, it does have a little bit of savoury. I mentioned at the start.
It smells like a nice balance between kind of salty, savoury, and then sweet.
It's got everything in it.
Like it doesn't smell artificially sweet.
Do you smell the milk bottles, Max?
I have no clue. Look, when I smell this, like
It
obviously
smells like a bad night. That's what you smell like. Be real. Be real.
I'm gonna carry on with my review. Sorry about that. I smell the alcohol, but also smell like I wouldn't be able to describe the spices. It's just like spice. The first thought that came to mind was warmth. Warm.
Just sitting and nice and cozy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Mm.
It's really warm. Cozy. Matt, that's a really good word for it. Cozy.
Mm.
Safe.
A little bit of cocoa in there as well.
I was actually thinking that. I didn't say it, but I was thinking like, oh, a little bit of chocolate. I was. I promise. I was.
Now that we've sort of talked a little bit more about what we're actually smelling and realizing that there's, I am dead set on this milk bottle idea, which didn't come to me at first, but it's really like it does smell intricate.
It smells like when I was in primary school and going to like the tuck shop, like you just have like $2 or $3 and
Yeah.
you're going down and you're just like, oh man, I'm going to spend all of this today, and you just get a whole bunch of things and they all kind of just blend together, and you know there's just kind of like a sweet, fun afternoon.
Yeah.
That's what it makes me think of.
Do your parents only give you like money once a week? Because my parents did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Touch up
Like,
Thursday.
You gotta make
was
it.
mine.
You gotta make it
I
worth
got
it.
Thursdays too.
Yeah.
You really gotta make it worth it. Like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
While Matt's finding the stop button, on the topic of tuck shops, when I was at school, there was this kid in my class who'd always get meat pies, and one time they gave him one less meat pie, and he full
Oh,
cried.
you'd have a fucking.
Yeah,
He would be on a fucking
he
tear.
raged, bro.
Yeah.
Please cut that out.
Yeah,
I have a
obviously he's going to cut
professional-
it out. All right, well, I think that's enough smelling it. Let's give it a bit of a taste, and we'll see what it tastes like. I said taste too many times just then, but I'm going to just keep
No,
rolling.
no, it's cool.
We're going to find out what it tastes
Smile
like.
away, boys.
So it tastes like-
Tasting time to have a taste to see what it tastes like.
Yes. Can't wait to see if this tastes good or not.
Max, are you keen to taste it?
Cheers, boys.
What do you think?
Yeah, I want to taste.
Yeah?
I like
Yeah.
tasting.
All right, let's give it a
Let's
taste.
have a taste, yeah.
Definitely, like I was saying when we were looking at it, it was very dense and thick, and you could feel that it was kind of coating your mouth.
I need to go in for a second time because that was a lot.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah, it was
Face-
really
face
overwhelming.
value?
Yeah, face value was like a 7 there. So
I guess if you're a very new rum drinker, this is not for you.
Probably not.
mix it. With
Yeah.
a Coke, this would slap. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
no.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. It has more flavors than I was even. And I said that it was intricate earlier, but I seriously like this has a lot of flavor. It hits you almost immediately on the tongue, but even after you've left it in your mouth a little bit and swallowed, it's still like even after I swallowed, I had tastes that were re-emerging. It was really
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
I'd say this one has a lot of peaks and valleys to it. So like Dom said, it kind of hits you at first, and then the flavor starts to mellow out a little bit as you hold it in your mouth. Then you swallow it, and there's another burst of flavor.
Yeah, I actually agree with that.
Yeah, and then there's a whole like process that happens as you get into that aftertaste where things kind of rise and fall, and there's a lot going on. There's
Yeah.
a lot of complexity.
Yeah.
Genuinely spot on. I completely agree with that.
Do you reckon there's any particular flavors that you can pick out, Max? Or yeah.
That was smoother than the first try. No,
No. Okay.
genuinely no flavors that I can
Discern.
pinpoint. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting a little bit of blueberry or something. It's absolutely not something that I would expect from a spiced rum, blueberries, but it's a bit fruity. It's a bit like berry.
I'm getting kind of like that fruity flavor to it. I'm not really getting berries as such, but definitely the natural fruity kind of sweetness that you would expect from something like a berry. I would say this is definitely one of the more complex kind of spice rums that I've had. It's got a lot of different things that go on both in the nose and as you drink it. It's quite enjoyable. Like, I definitely am rating this fairly highly.
I like this, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Maybe not so much for you because it's just overwhelming
once
and
in a while.
intense.
Yeah, it's intense and my lips are tingling a little bit.
Oh,
But definitely, I would say that this is probably going to be one that I will have again. Maybe let's finish off these glasses and then we'll wrap things up.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining us in this special edition of the Tropical Rum Society. I've been Matt, this is Dom, this is Max. They will probably be here for another one in the future, but if you haven't seen the one that we did on the Bacardi Spice Rum, make sure you check that out. I'll put a link up in the card. I'll put a link in the card description.
Yeah.
I'll put a link somewhere that you can click on.
It will appear.
Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe.
To see more content, hit the bell.
Yeah, turn on notifications, helps the algorithm. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.